Once, there was a young man who wanted to learn the art of archery. He went to a famous archer and asked him to be his teacher. The archer agreed and took him as his student. He taught him everything he knew about archery, from the basics to the advanced techniques. The young man was very diligent and practiced every day. He soon became very skilled and confident in his abilities. One day, the archer told him, "You have learned everything I can teach you. Now you must go out into the world and test your skills. You must find worthy opponents and challenge them to duels. Only then will you know your true potential." The young man thanked his teacher and set out on his journey. He traveled far and wide, looking for the best archers in the land. He met many people along the way, some of whom became his friends. However, not all of his friends were good for him. In fact, some of them were harmful to his growth and happiness. They were the 5 types of people he should have stopped being friends with. The first type was the flatterer. This was a person who always praised him and complimented him on his skills. He said things like, "You are the best archer in the world. No one can match your talent. You are destined for greatness." The young man liked hearing these words and felt good about himself. He thought he had found a true friend who appreciated him. But the flatterer was not a true friend. He was only saying nice things to please him and gain his favor. He did not care about his well-being or his improvement. He only wanted to use him for his own benefit. The flatterer made the young man arrogant and complacent. He stopped practicing and improving his skills. He thought he had nothing more to learn or achieve. He became overconfident and careless in his duels. He underestimated his opponents and made mistakes. He lost many matches and damaged his reputation. The second type was the criticizer. This was a person who always criticized him and pointed out his flaws. He said things like, "You are not good enough. You have many weaknesses and errors. You need to work harder and smarter. You will never succeed." The young man hated hearing these words and felt bad about himself. He thought he had found an enemy who despised him. But the criticizer was not an enemy. He was only saying harsh things to challenge him and motivate him. He cared about his well-being and his improvement. He wanted to help him become better. The criticizer made the young man insecure and anxious. He started doubting himself and his abilities. He thought he had nothing to offer or achieve. He became fearful and nervous in his duels. He overestimated his opponents and hesitated. He lost many matches and lost his confidence. The third type was the distractor. This was a person who always invited him to have fun and enjoy life. He said things like, "You are too serious and boring. You need to relax and have some fun. You only live once." The young man liked having fun and enjoying life. He thought he had found a friend who shared his interests. But the distractor was not a friend. He was only inviting him to waste time and energy on trivial things. He did not care about his goals or his dreams. He only wanted to have company in his own indulgence. The distractor made the young man lazy and irresponsible. He stopped focusing on his skills and his duels. He thought he had nothing to lose or risk. He became indulgent and reckless in his lifestyle. He neglected his health and his discipline. He lost many matches and ruined his future. The fourth type was the envier. This was a person who always envied him and resented him for his skills. He said things like, "You are so lucky and privileged. You have everything handed to you. You don't deserve what you have." The young man disliked being envied and resented for his skills. He thought he had found a rival who competed with him. But the envier was not a rival. He was only expressing his own insecurity and dissatisfaction with himself. He did not care about his own growth or happiness. He only wanted to bring him down to his own level. The envier made the young man guilty and defensive. He stopped appreciating his skills and his achievements. He thought he had nothing to be proud of or grateful for. He became bitter and resentful in his attitude. He lost many matches and lost his joy. The fifth type was the quitter. This was a person who always gave up and quit when things got tough. He said things like, "You are wasting your time and effort. You will never reach your goals. You should just quit and settle for less." The young man hated giving up and quitting when things got tough. He thought he had found a challenge who tested his resolve. But the quitter was not a challenge. He was only projecting his own weakness and failure onto him. He did not care about his own potential or success. He only wanted to drag him down to his own misery. The quitter made the young man discouraged and hopeless. He stopped pursuing his skills and his duels. He thought he had nothing to strive for or accomplish. He became depressed and defeated in his spirit. He lost many matches and lost his purpose. The young man realized too late that he had made a mistake in choosing his friends. He had wasted his time and talent on the wrong people. He had lost his passion and direction in life. He returned to his teacher, ashamed and regretful. He asked him for forgiveness and guidance. The teacher looked at him with compassion and said, "My dear student, you have learned a valuable lesson today. You have learned that not all people are good for you. You have learned that some people can harm you more than help you. You have learned that you should stop being friends with the flatterer, the criticizer, the distractor, the envier, and the quitter. These are the 5 types of people you should avoid in your life. They will only drag you down and hold you back from reaching your true potential. They will only make you unhappy and unfulfilled in your life." The teacher continued, "But do not despair, my dear student. You still have a chance to change your fate. You still have a chance to redeem yourself. You can still find the right people for you. You can still find the people who will support you, inspire you, challenge you, appreciate you, and encourage you in your life. These are the 5 types of people you should seek in your life. They will only lift you up and push you forward towards reaching your true potential. They will only make you happy and fulfilled in your life." I hope you enjoyed this story and learned something from it. If you did, please subscribe, like, and comment. It means a lot to me and helps me reach more people. Thanks and have a great day.